Rasheeda pregnancy has just detonated into the biggest scandal Love and Hip Hop has ever seen. And trust me, you've never seen Kirk Frost like this before. Overnight, whispers turned into hard receipts. And now the streets are buzzing with one shocking truth. Rasheeda is pregnant, but Kirk Frost is not the father. Let that sink in. After years of cheating rumors, secret affairs, and messy reconciliations, it's Rasheeda who's being accused of the ultimate betrayal, and the leaked DNA results sent Kirk into a wuss. I said Kirk into a quat was into a bid. If you're using like a scanner app, and it's like you're going to die. Like, look at this. Like, look at this. Like, look at this. And we all know we all like the quat. And we all know I've been exploring that path. Ultimate betrayal and the walk at walk. Balk the free cues we see with can't, we see C with key. Walk C with C. Full-blown meltdown that fans are calling the most explosive breakdown in franchise history. Eyewitnesses say Kirk lost complete control the second he saw those results. Phone smashed, furniture flipped, and a violent confrontation that had security rushing in just to stop him from tearing everything apart. And if you think that's the craziest part, think again. Because what followed leaked hotel footage, Rasheeda cold confession, and the shocking reveal of the real baby's father pushed this story from scandal to absolute chaos. Social media can't handle it. The cast is shaken, and insiders say the marriage is officially over. But who's the father, and why did Kirk completely lose his mind? The world of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has seen messy fights, explosive scandals, and jaw-dropping betrayals. But nothing could prepare fans for this. Rasheeda's shocking pregnancy reveal has sent the entire reality TV universe into absolute chaos. And the twist no one saw coming. Kirk Frost is not the father. Yes, you heard that right. The very foundation of their marriage, a relationship that has survived countless cheating scandals, breakups, makeups, and public humiliation may have just shattered forever. What began as whispers on the streets turned into hard-hitting leaks with alleged medical records and DNA test results pouring onto social media like wildfire. At first, fans thought it was just another cruel rumor designed to tear the couple down. But then, receipts started stacking up. Suddenly, it wasn't just gossip blogs talking. Mainstream outlets were buzzing with one question: who is the real father of Rasheeda's baby? For Kirk, the scandal landed like a bomb dropped in the middle of his living room. Insiders say the minute he laid eyes on the leaked documents, he spiraled into a rage so uncontrollable that it left the Frost household in ruins. Phones smashed against walls, furniture flipped, walls dented with his fists, and cameras reportedly caught it all. Security had to be called in as the argument between husband and wife escalated beyond anything ever witnessed in their messy past. But let's rewind for a second. To truly understand why this pregnancy bombshell hits so hard, you need to look back at Rasheeda and Kirk's turbulent history. Their marriage has always been a lightning rod for controversy. Fan Kirk's reputation as the man who could never keep his hands or loyalty to himself has haunted their relationship for years. From on-air cheating confessions to secret babies that nearly destroyed their family. Fans have often questioned why Rasheeda stayed with him through it all. And yet, every time she did, she chose to fight for her marriage, for her family, for the life they built together. That's why this scandal feels like an earthquake shaking the ground beneath Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Because for once, it's not Kirk being accused of betrayal, it's Rasheeda, the loyal wife, the woman fans praised for her resilience, is now accused of stepping out, getting pregnant, and hiding the truth until the leaks forced it into the spotlight. The moment the leaks dropped, social media exploded. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram lit up with reactions ranging from disbelief to wild theories about the baby's father. Some fans defended Rasheeda, saying Kirk's years of infidelity made her snap and finally choose herself. Others dragged her mercilessly, accusing her of being a hypocrite after standing on a moral high ground all these years. The memes were endless. One viral tweet read, "After everything Kirk did to her," Rasheeda said, "revenge is a baby bump." Another racked up thousands of retweets. "If the DNA ain't his, this show about to break the internet." Meanwhile, Kirk was completely in the dark, at least at first. Sources say he found out just like everyone else through the internet. He was allegedly out running errands when his phone started blowing up with missed calls and texts. By the time he checked, headlines were everywhere. Rasheeda pregnant, but Kirk Frost ain't the daddy. The man who spent years fighting to hold on to his marriage was blindsided in public, humiliated in front of the entire world. And when he finally confronted Rasheeda at home, eyewitnesses claim it turned into the most explosive fight in Love and Hip Hop history. Now, the question isn't just whether Rasheeda is really pregnant with another man's child, it's who the father is, why Rasheeda kept it hidden, and what this means for a marriage that was already hanging by a thread. Did she cheat out of revenge? Was she pushed too far by years of Kirk's lies? Or is this the final twist that will finally end the Frosts for good? Because, as wild as this scandal is, insiders say the real shock hasn't even hit yet. And if the rumors about who the father might be are true, it could destroy more than just Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage. It could blow the entire Love and Hip Hop cast apart. The moment Kirk Frost laid eyes on the leaked medical report, insiders say something inside him snapped. At first, he refused to believe it. He kept refreshing his phone, scrolling through gossip blogs, and muttering, "This can't be real. This got to be fake." But the more he scrolled, the more undeniable it became. The DNA test results were everywhere. The words burned into his brain. Kirk Frost, not the biological father. Neighbors claimed they heard the crash when Kirk hurled his phone against the wall, shattering it into pieces. He stormed through his house, knocking over chairs and cursing under his breath. His chest was heaving, his fists clenched, his mind spiraling out of control. "I need answers. I need to talk to her now," he allegedly shouted before grabbing his keys and speeding home. When he burst through the door, the air inside the Frost household was so thick with tension you could slice it with a knife. Rasheeda was sitting on the couch, calm, scrolling through her phone like nothing had happened. That only enraged him more. "You got something to tell me?" Kirk's voice was quiet, too quiet, the kind of calm that always comes before a storm. Rasheeda didn't even look up. "I don't know what you're talking about," she muttered, her tone ice cold. That was the wrong answer. Kirk lunged forward, snatching the phone from her hand and smashing it on the ground. "Don't play dumb with me, Rasheeda. Who the hell's baby is this?" His voice cracked with fury, his face flushed red, his body trembling like a volcano about to erupt. For a second, it looked like Rasheeda was going to deny it, but then she leaned back, crossed her arms, and said the words that turned Kirk's world upside down. "I'm pregnant, and no, it's not yours." Kirk's world was already spinning out of control, but nothing could have prepared him for the footage that exploded online hours after his confrontation with Rasheeda. At first, it was only a few shaky clips circulating on Reddit and Twitter, but within minutes, every gossip blog had their hands on the full video. And this wasn't just some fan-made rumor. This was raw, unfiltered proof. The video began with Rasheeda sitting in that dimly lit hotel room, her voice trembling. "I never meant for it to happen like this," she confessed. Her hands clutched her stomach as she leaned forward, eyes full of exhaustion. Then, like a nightmare unfolding in slow motion, the silhouette of a man stepped into frame. His face wasn't clear at first, just a jawline, a hand brushing across his chin, a gold watch catching the faint light. But to Kirk, it was enough. His gut twisted. He'd seen that watch before. He'd seen that stance, that swagger. He replayed the video again and again, each time feeling his chest tighten until finally the man stepped closer. Just enough light caught his face. Just enough to confirm Kirk's worst fear. The father of Rasheeda's baby wasn't some stranger. It wasn't even an outsider. It was one of Kirk's closest friends, a man who had been like family. A man Kirk had defended countless times, invited into his home, trusted with his secrets. The betrayal cut deeper than any knife. When Kirk realized who it was, insiders say he lost it. He slammed his fists against the steering wheel of his car until his knuckles bled. He screamed so loud that neighbors claimed they heard him from the street. Not him. Anyone but him. Witnesses reported hearing. Within hours, fans online pieced together the blurry face in the video. Screenshots spread like wildfire. Twitter threads broke down the details. The watch brand, the tattoos, the voice patterns. Y'all, that's not just some random dude. That's someone Kirk knows. Somebody close. This is personal. Kirk doesn't know yet. He's going to lose his mind when he finds out it's you. Then came the man's response. A voice everyone recognized instantly. He'll find out eventually, but by then it'll be too late. The truth's already out. That voice was unmistakable. It wasn't just a friend. It was someone who'd been part of the Love and Hip Hop family. Someone who had filmed scenes alongside Kirk, smiled in confessionals, and played the role of brother on camera. And now he was at the center of the scandal that threatened to destroy everything. Social media erupted. "Ain't no way Rasheeda did this to Kirk with him of all people," one fan wrote, racking up over 50,000 likes. Another blasted, "This is worse than anything Kirk ever did. She played him in his own house." Instagram lives, TikTok breakdowns, and YouTube reaction videos flooded the internet, each one dissecting the betrayal frame by frame. Kirk wasn't just embarrassed. He was humiliated in public, in real time, in front of millions. Sources close to him say he spiraled into a rage, storming out of his house. ignoring paparazzi cameras and speeding to confront Rasheeda again. This time there would be no calm, no quiet accusations. He wanted names, he wanted the truth, and he wanted blood. When he stormed through the front door, Rasheeda was waiting, arms crossed, expression unreadable. The room was thick with tension. Kirk's voice shook as he demanded, "Tell me who it is. Say his name. Say it." Rasheeda didn't flinch. She met his eyes and said coldly, "You already know." Kirk's face contorted, jaw clenched so tight it looked like it might snap. "Don't play with me, Rasheeda. I swear to God, don't you play with me?" His fists pounded against his chest as if trying to hold in the rage boiling inside him. And that's when the front door creaked open. A voice came from the hallway, smooth, confident, unbothered. "You need to calm down, Kirk." Kirk froze. He turned slowly, and there he was. The man from the video, the man who had destroyed his marriage, the man he once called brother, standing bold as hell in Kirk's own house, staring him down like he had every right to be there. For a moment, time stood still. Then Kirk exploded. He lunged, screaming at the top of his lungs, his fists swinging, his body crashing forward like a man possessed. Security scrambled to hold him back, but he fought with everything in him. "You, out of all people, you," he roared, his voice cracking under the weight of betrayal. Rasheeda screamed, trying to push them apart, but it was too late. The damage was done. The secret was out. The shocking reveal had shattered not just Kirk's world, but the entire love and hip-hop universe. And as Kirk thrashed against security, face red with fury, the man who betrayed him smirked. "She ain't yours anymore, Kirk. And neither is the baby." The words cut deeper than any blade. Fans watching from the outside couldn't believe their eyes. Years of scandals, cheating, and betrayal had finally boiled over into the ugliest twist yet. And this wasn't just reality TV anymore. This was real, raw destruction. But the story was far from over, because if the rumors are true, this scandal wasn't just about betrayal. It was about to drag the entire cast into chaos, tearing apart friendships, alliances, and marriages in ways no one saw coming. If you thought the shocking reveal of Rasheeda's pregnancy and Kirk's meltdown was wild, what happened next took the chaos to an entirely new level. This wasn't just about a broken marriage anymore. The entire Love and Resort hip-hop Atlanta cast was suddenly dragged into the scandal, and the fallout is being described as the most destructive domino effect in franchise history. It started the moment the video leaked of Rasheeda in the hotel room with Kirk's so-called friend. Fans froze frames, zoomed in, compared tattoos, and when the truth hit, the internet was merciless. Within minutes, hashtags like #RedDA exposed, #Kirk lost it, and #Luvandi pop scandal were trending worldwide. But here's the kicker. Cast members weren't silent. They jumped in, and their reactions poured gasoline on the already burning fire. Yandhi Smith was the first to speak up. She posted a cryptic IG story. "Funny how the loudest ones about loyalty be the first ones to break it." Fans immediately interpreted it as a shot at Rasheeda, sparking rumors of a behind-the-scenes fallout between the two women. Screenshots flooded Twitter, and suddenly the narrative shifted with Yandhi siding with Kirk. Then came Carly Red, never one to hold back. On an Instagram live that racked up over 100,000 viewers, she flat out said, "I told y'all Kirk been dirty, but this right here proves Rasheeda ain't no angel either." Within minutes, clips of Carly's rant hit TikTok, and fans called it the final nail in the coffin for Rasheeda's reputation. But the wildest reaction came from none other than Mandasi's Yandhi's husband. On a leaked audio from a heated backstage conversation, he was heard saying, "If Kirk want to put hands on somebody, I get it. I would too. That ain't just betrayal, that's humiliation on national TV." His words set off a nuclear chain reaction, because if Mendes was encouraging Kirk, that meant the drama wasn't staying on camera. It was about to spill into real life. Insiders say producers were in full panic mode. Mona Scotch-Young reportedly screamed at staff during an emergency meeting, "If this footage gets out unedited, VH1 is done. This ain't entertainment anymore. This is lawsuits. This is careers. This is life or death drama." But it was already too late. Clips were everywhere, and fans had already picked sides. Meanwhile, Kirk himself wasn't calming down. According to eyewitnesses, he stormed onto set 2 days later during a reunion taping, still furious, still demanding answers. He wasn't just yelling at Rasheeda anymore. He turned his rage on the entire cast. "Y'all knew. Don't sit here acting brand new. Every single one of you knew, and none of y'all told me." Security had to step in when Kirk lunged at Carly, Convinced she had been the one to leak the hotel video, the cast was divided instantly. Some sided with Kirk, saying Rasheeda had gone too far. Others sided with Rasheeda, pointing out that Kirk had humiliated her with his past infidelities for years. Fans watching the leaks online compared it to a civil war. Alliances crumbled, old wounds reopened, and even friendships that had survived years of scandals were suddenly in ashes. But the escalation didn't stop there. Another leak surfaced. This time, private text messages, allegedly between Rasheeda and her mystery man. In them, Rasheeda admitted, "I can't keep this secret forever. Kirk is already suspicious. If the test comes back public, it's over." The man responded, "He'll snap, but let him. We'll deal with the fallout together." That text alone sent fans into full meltdown. Who is this man really? But while fans joked, insiders said the situation was dead serious. The network was terrified. Security had doubled around set and cast members were threatening to quit. One producer leaked anonymously, "We've never seen Kirk this unhinged. If cameras weren't rolling, somebody would have left in an ambulance." That's how bad it got. And just when everyone thought it couldn't possibly escalate further, another twist dropped. One that left both Kirk and Rasheeda blindsided. According to court insiders, someone had already filed paperwork for a paternity case, dragging the entire scandal into legal territory. The cast, the fans, the producers, nobody was ready for how messy this was about to get. What started as whispers of a pregnancy had now spiraled into leaked footage, shattered friendships, and possible lawsuits. And with Kirk still raging, Rasheeda standing her ground, and the other man refusing to back down, it was only a matter of time before fists, careers, and marriages were completely destroyed. And here's the kicker. Insiders claim the next reunion episode has already been retaped 3 times because the drama keeps exploding off script. That means the world hasn't even seen the worst of it yet. But one question haunts everything. If Kirk Frost is already spiraling this hard, what happens when the court-ordered DNA test results go public? If you thought the hotel video and Kirk's violent outburst were shocking enough, the public reaction turned this scandal into a full-blown cultural earthquake. What began as whispers about Rasheeda's pregnancy had now evolved into a media storm that no one, not the fans, not the cast, not even the music industry, could ignore. The moment the leaked clip of Rasheeda admitting Kirk wasn't the father hit social media, Twitter and TikTok erupted like a war zone. Fans divided instantly. On one side were those defending Rasheeda, arguing she had finally taken control after years of Kirk's infidelity. On the other side were furious loyalists demanding accountability, calling her betrayal the ultimate act of hypocrisy. One tweet that went viral read, "Kirk cheated 99 times, but the one time Rasheeda slips up, y'all ready to crucify her? Double standards at its finest." Another with nearly 500,000 likes, clapped back, "Nah, pregnancy by another man ain't no slip-up. That's nuclear betrayal." Kirk had every right to lose it. TikTok flooded with edits. Fans clipped together Rasheeda cold smirk when she admitted Kirk wasn't the father, and paired it with captions like the villain origin story we didn't see coming. Others edited Kirk's breakdown into memes, showing him punching walls with dramatic slow-motion music overlays. Within hours, hashtags like #team, RASHEDA, #Kirk lost his mind, and #love and hip-hop scandal were trending worldwide. YouTube reactors capitalized instantly. Dozens of commentators uploaded breakdowns dissecting every frame of the leaked video. One popular vlogger shouted into the mic, "This ain't just reality TV drama. This is better than reality TV. This is Shakespeare in Atlanta with wigs and mics." His video hit 1 million views overnight. But it wasn't just fans. Celebrities and industry insiders joined the frenzy. Tamar Braxton posted a now-deleted tweet. "All I must say is y'all been worshipping Rasheeda like she the perfect wife. Truth always comes out. Woo chilly." That single post fueled speculation. Tamar had known about the affair long before it broke. Meanwhile, Cardi B jumped into the conversation on Instagram Live, laughing as she said, "Kirk always been wild in, but now he finally got his karma. Ain't no man that messy not end up humiliated." Even 50 Cent weighed in with his signature trolling style, reposting Kirk's meltdown with the caption, "Man smashed his phone, the table, and probably his career. Should've played it cool, big dog." His post alone drew over 1 million views and reignited debates about whether Kirk's rage was justified or dangerous. Behind the scenes, the network scrambled. Sources claim executives at VH1 and BET held emergency calls. It's terrified the scandal had crossed the line from entertainment to liability. Leaked emails allegedly showed Mona Scott Young pushing back. The audience eats this up. Ratings will explode. We need to reframe this as the most shocking season finale in history, but others inside the network reportedly warned that airing the unedited footage of Kirk's violent outburst could spark backlash and even lawsuits. Meanwhile, insiders revealed advertisers were growing nervous. A major brand allegedly pulled their sponsorship overnight, citing concerns about domestic violence optics. This created chaos behind closed doors. Could Love and Hip Hop survive without its biggest advertisers? Or was the scandal going to sink not just Kirk and Rasheeda but the entire franchise? And then came the rumor that changed everything. Whispers that the alleged father was another cast member. Fans instantly turned into detectives, combing through years of episodes